And, Coach, we are down on the bayou as you get a look inside the Mercedes-Benz Superdome here in New Orleans. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between our visitors and the New Orleans Saints. Dan Bailey now to put the ball in the air, and we are underway on a Monday night. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. Throwing, Hundley. And right away, he lost the football. And picked up by the Chargers. And they take over already 5 yards deep into the red zone at the 15-yard line. He let one slip away last week as well, so now 2 fumbles lost in as many weeks.
Well, we were out at practice, and we watched him work. And what did his quarterback coach talk about all week?
Being a two-hand monster.
And we looked at each other. Oh, I get it. Two-hand monster. Both hands on the football. Taking care of it. Putting it away.
And he takes it in for a Charger touchdown. Keenan Allen, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. As his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter.
Well, that's how you take advantage of an early turnover. A sudden change situation, meaning ball's turned over. How's both sides going to handle it? One side handled it way better. They went right out on the field and put the ball in the end zone.
One play, that just added insult to injury.
Yeah, that just tells you on the defensive side, they didn't come out ready to go, still reeling from the fact that the ball got turned over.
And the decision to bring it out, a good one, as he's up a yard or 2 shy of the 30. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. And they had the fumble last time that led to a touchdown. That's a no-no. We'll see what they do here this go-around.
A big no-no. Put that in capital letters. Turning it over, the other team takes it down and scores. That can be a deflator for a football team. Now it's up to the offense to get back out on the field and pick things up.
You know, they're out there. We'll see if they can pick those things back up. And now it's 1st and 10, a big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. Following the penalty, it's Kamara. And no room that time, getting it to about the 46. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
On 2nd and 9, Hundley nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Melvin Ingram has now recorded 10 sacks on the season.
Well, the beauty of screen passes is they take a little time to develop, and they can often hit big, but sometimes they take too long to develop, and sometimes you get sacked.
Yeah, what's perfectly called for a defense to attack a screen?
Typically a blitz, and even though people think that the screen operates against the blitz, if you have the blitz called and you still cover the screen, now that allows your blitzers to get there.
Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. Joey Bosa in there to get him, and on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. Returning, it's Benjamin. Well, that looked for a second like he might take it all the way, but as it stands, it's still a massive return. And the Chargers will be set up pretty well as they take over in great field position. Now a first carry for Melvin Gordon. And he'll lose yardage here, going down back at the 28. That sends him 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to second down.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. On 2nd and 12, Prescott, and that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's 3rd down.
Quarterbacking 101. Never force the ball into double coverage, especially not this close to the goal line. The windows are so tight, you just don't want to force it in there because it could be tipped up and picked off.
On 3rd down, it's Prescott. And that is incomplete.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. And this is right down the middle as he puts it through. And the lead moves to 10-zip. The bottom line, tremendous starting field position, really squandered there as they wind up going backwards and then come up with just 3.
Well, getting the 3 turned out to be important. I can imagine the head coach when he ordered the field goal. Please salvage something out of this drive. That was not fun to watch.
And the decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards as he'll get this only back to the 20. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And the results for them have not been strong to this point. 2 drives have ended in a turnover and then a punt.
So would it be too snarky for me to say that they've...
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Uchenna Nwosu in there to get him, and on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him. To try again after the sack. Hundley, he's got his target. It's the tight end, Tyler Higbee. That'll be a pickup of 10 as they try to recover from this 10-point deficit.
How about the timing on that one? Boy, they were in sync, weren't they? 3-step drop, balls out of his hands, right to the tight end. Nice completion, just like they do it in practice.
Now Hundley. This pass complete to Reynolds. His first catch, good for 8 and a first down. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far. It's 2nd down. Maybe a little over-anxious in the pocket there. He just didn't look comfortable on that throw.
No, he didn't, because it wasn't his normal fluid delivery. And I think you might have had it right. Wasn't really confident with what he saw downfield and almost felt like he wanted to pull that one back.
On 2nd and 10, Hundley. And boy, that one drops incomplete, but if he was hit a fraction sooner, it may have been a fumble.
I'll put a check mark in the box where the defense coordinator was saying, how well can we stay with these receivers if we're in man coverage? Because he just did it on that one, forced the incompletion. That allowed him to get bolder with his pass rush, won't it?
Absolutely, frees up your guys elsewhere. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. The play-action fake. They'll look to throw. And the Chargers rush is going to get there. Down he goes. Melvin Ingram in there to drop him for his 11th sack of the year.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
The That hurts. If it was running into the kicker, wouldn't be a first down. Roughing, it is a first.
And just think about the differences between the two. Running into the kicker almost feels inadvertent, just a small tap, so to speak. But when you rough him, usually bodies are hitting the ground and flying all different places. And the difference is 5 yards or 15. And in this case, that's a big play.
Kamara. And this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down. A very solid gain on that play.
From the 41, Hundley. Out of the backfield, that's complete to Kamara. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. Now play number 8 on this drive, and they need 9 yards to pick up the first on third. He'll look to throw. That's to his running back. It's Alvin Kamara. And he gets this only to the 41. Not near enough for the first.
One hallmark of good defenses is understanding the game, understanding positioning, and tackling immediately in the secondary after catches. I think we just saw that on display right there.
Got to him before he ever had a chance to think about turning it upfield.
Well, someone's going to be happy with that effort. You know who else is going to be happy? His defense.
Absolutely.
He's created a very long field for that offense to try to traverse.
And he got some help from Mr. Football there, checking up nicely. Good English on that punt. The Charger drive about to get going. They're looking sharp, out early to a 10-zip lead and looking for more as they've got it 1st and 10. They run it here with Gordon. And a short pickup here as he'll get across the 10 to the 11-yard line. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Prescott. Allen's got it complete. And he is out of bounds, able to get it across the 20-yard line. A 10-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Charger first down. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing playing against a good quarterback like he is to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front. Defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4.
Here we go, 47.
Throwing. Prescott. Oh, the rookie nearly had the pick. Probably should have had it. 3rd down now.
Oh, man, that was close. The opportunity to change momentum, big play, right in his hands, unable to come down with it.
A sigh of relief, no doubt, on offense that fell harmlessly to the ground. That is caught. It's Perriman. And they work this well upfield across the 45. His first catch, and it's a pretty big one. They get the conversion on 3rd down. 2 first downs have them up near midfield now on 1st and 10. Out of the gun. Here's Prescott. He'll get this to Eckler. And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. Call it a gain of 5, and that'll make it 2nd down.
Now, that's the type of play that gives you a chance to win. Nothing forced downfield where you don't have a guy open. Swing it out to the back, on maybe even check it down, whatever you want to call it. Gain of 5. You're just trying to get 4 on 1st down. They're ahead of the chains now.
This pass finds its way to Williams. And he's got this down a yard or 2 shy of the 40 before he's out of bounds. 7 yards there and a 1st down. Prescott looks to throw on first. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. A gain of 10 as they look to add on to this 10-point lead. Seems as if the passing attack's starting to heat up a little bit here in the second quarter.
You can sense and you can see the momentum because now they're reading their patterns downfield, they're understanding the coverages, and they're finding the open holes in the defense.
And he'll be a couple yards shy of the red zone here at the 22-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down. Prescott now 7 of 10 here in this first half, and he's got a 1st and 10. Here's a quick hitch route, and the throw complete. So a nice job to break the one tackle, but not much daylight after that as he's brought down. That throw good for 4. It's 2nd down. 4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. To the air again, Prescott. And this will be caught in the end zone for a Chargers touchdown. 2 first-half touchdown passes now for Dak Prescott. For the Chargers, they're able to widen their lead.
Complete to number 87. Touchdown, Los Angeles.
It took them an extra look, but they found out it is a touchdown indeed. The official says this one counts. Extra point up and good by Bailey. And that makes our score 17-0. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line just across the 25.
The Saints take over 1st and 10.
Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. And we don't want to call this desperation time, especially in the second quarter, but you're
You
down.
don't want to.
No, but let me finish.
Okay, my bad.
You're down 3 scores already. You've done nothing offensively, nothing on the scoreboard. That's not a good combination.
I think you just called it desperation time. I think you did. But let's face it, you mentioned this to me in a break earlier in the game. The energy level had
In a double coverage, and it's intercepted. Trevor Williams with a pick, and his crew will take over at their own 45-yard line. The Charger drive about to get going. They have to be pleased with the way that they've moved the football thus far.
And why wouldn't they be? 2 touchdowns on a field goal in their first 3 possessions. They're playing so...
Oh, Prescott stripped. And this is picked up by the Saints. Look at the big man rumble. And he's into the end zone. A fumble return and a Saint touchdown. And Charles, look at the big fella. What a rumble that was. Not only to scoop it, but then take it the rest of the way for the touchdown.
And now you know they're going to have to hear about it from now on. The defensive backs, he's going to want to run with them, do their drills, the whole deal. He thinks he's the pace setter now.
It doesn't matter what happens in practice this week, he's smiling. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line.
The Chargers take over 1st and 10 at their own 29-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. They're right back out there after watching the fumble go the other way. Still in control of this game, but that needs to serve as a wake-up call because they're not in the clear yet.
No, the message should be clear that fortunes can change pretty quickly when you turn the ball over. You've got to take care of it, otherwise...
Looking for Perriman, and it's intercepted. Chauncey Gardner-Johnson with a pick. And he'll take this into the end zone. Now, hold on here. We do have a flag down. So let's see what this is about. Chargers in good field position to start out. 1st and 10. Just shy of midfield at the 48. Here's Eckler to begin the drive. And this will be stopped at the 44. That one good for 7 yards.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on 1st down, that fits the bill.
They'll keep it on the ground. This time it's Gordon. He's got a 1st out and more inside the 30. And he's all the way down to the 13-yard line.
At this stage of the game, the run-pass numbers are a little bit out of whack because most of the yardage has come through the air. But in a sense, that just sets things up for big runs like that because the defense might be a little bit off balance. They pick up another 1st down with that run.
So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Prescott to throw it. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down.
Once you get into the red zone and the safeties have less ground to cover, you'd better be quick with your delivery. Not much space to get a ball in there.
And when that field shrinks with those safeties, it's almost like there's a couple extra defenders out there, right?
It certainly is. They end up taking up extra space just because there's not enough space for receivers to run through.
And here he'll get it down to the 7.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
And this is caught. He's got it. Touchdown, L.A. 3 touchdown passes now for Dak Prescott. And the Chargers, they're able to widen their lead.
Prescott's pass complete to James O'Shaughnessy. Touchdown, L.A.
They had to go to the monitor, get an extra look. That's what the technology is for. And this touchdown will count. Bailey got the extra point, and the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. That'll be taken in the end zone. And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 as he's taken down right at the 20.
The Saints take over first and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a first down now. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And that's caught inside the 30. And he is finally out of bounds, but not before taking it down inside the 30. So the ref takes a peek here, wants to see if the receiver had possession and both feet inbounds.
If this were a college game, this would be a legal catch. It's the second foot that they're looking at to make sure it gets down. You have to have 2 inbounds in the NFL.
To throw again on second down. Hundley drops this off to Kamara out of the backfield. And a great move on the play as he takes this one past the 25. A reminder coming up just a few minutes from now. We'll send you to Jonathan Coachman and our crew in Orlando. Coach will have a look back at some of the stats and scores from yesterday's action. He's going to sling this deep downfield. And that'll wind up incomplete. Bold play call there. Now it's 4th down.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
Travis Benjamin.
We play to win. Let's
The Chargers
go.
take over first and 10 at their own 41-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
And when you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, you enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield.
He reads defenses so well, doesn't he?
He really does, and the best part about that play for him, I don't think that was his primary target.
I don't think so either.
I think he had the read, figured out where the blitz was coming from, and went to a secondary target for a really nice game.
An incomplete pass on second down leads us to 3rd and inches. They'll try to pick up the first with Eckler. And he is going to get the first down as he covers up after a pretty good shot there. 7 yards there, good enough to move the sticks.
7, and the Chargers first down.
Here we go. 480. Here we go. 46. 46.
A first down throw for Prescott. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. The Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. They only got a yard out of that last completion, and that makes this 2nd and 9. Now Prescott going deep here for Allen. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a 3rd down. They're going for a receiver there. Already has 1 touchdown in this first half. A second one not to be.
I like where their headspace is, though. I mean, I really like the thought process, right? You got a guy who's already scored 1, right? You want to go back to him, continue the hot hand, and make them adjust to you defensively. I like what they were trying to get done, even though they weren't successful.
They do get 9, but it leads to 4th down.
So much about offense is what you call hidden yardage. You know, you throw the ball to someone, they catch it, and then they can make a big play. You know, they create a play, run after catch. They did a really nice job there of limiting that and keeping him from a first down.
Yeah, stopped him in his tracks. And this one is right down the middle. And that will push this lead up to 20 now. Still a little bit of time left here in the second quarter, but they do get 3 before the half and expand that lead.
And they have to be happy about that, and we haven't met a team yet that doesn't put an emphasis on trying to get points on the board in the last 2 minutes of a half. They'll be real excited to have those up on the board.
That's fielded in the end zone. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32-yard line.
The Saints take over 1st and 10 at their own 32-yard line.
Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. You've got less than 30 seconds left here in the half. You're well on your own side of the field. What are we doing here, Coach Davis?
Well, I'm trying something on first down, and it's something that's safe. It's something that's been done many times before. A lot of people say it's not even worth trying, but I'm running a draw. I'm running a screen. I'm seeing if something pops. And if it does, that can alter my strategy and potentially get me some points. And if it doesn't work, well, then you just run the clock out and go to the locker room.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. Some of the fans here don't seem too happy about what we've seen in this first half.
No, not at all, and I understand why. They've looked lethargic, out of sync, and it shows on the scoreboard.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from about the 32. 2nd and 10. That's complete to his running back, Kamara. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in this first half. They'll look to throw here on first down. Oh, he finds his running back who snuck right down the middle of the field. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. And his kick is absolutely perfect. So a big play before the end of the half to get him into this spot, and they cash in with 3.
How about the 1-2 to the solar plexus on that one? The big play, the field goal, not much time left on the clock. That's the way to go into the half.
And he takes it the distance. No time remaining.
No cloth on the field.
Yeah, no. To end the first half. Now Bailey to tack on the extra point. And the lead is now 24. So we're at halftime here on a Monday night as we send you on over to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman in our EA Sports Halftime Report. Take it away, Coach. So the Chargers will start the second half with the lead and the football as we're underway in the third quarter. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Charger drive about to get going. They built a good first-half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33. They keep it on the ground. Again, Gordon. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. Give them 12 yards there, and the Chargers have a first down.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. Now a pass here, caught by Hunter Henry. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. A 10-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Charger first down. So in Saints territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line. From the shotgun, it's Prescott. Caught by Allen. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. 18 big yards on that one, and a Charger first. On 1st and 10, Prescott. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Cameron Jordan in there to get him, and on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him.
And plays like that really hurt play calling. They had a really nice gain on the previous play, but gave about half the yardage back on the sack. Excellent pressure up front. Nowhere to go with the football. Down he goes.
Now a quick throw as that's complete on the hitch route. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down. Third and long for Prescott. He wants it all for the end zone. He's got his man. It's caught. Touchdown, Chargers. In for the score as his guys continue to pour it on.
In order to lead in a game, you're going to get plenty of contributors, but that's his 2nd touchdown catch of this game. He's one of the key guys in this one.
And you better believe he'll be looking for the hat trick here as this one continues to go. Extra point up and good by Bailey. And the lead will swell by one more. This is fielded at the goal line. And the decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards as he'll get this only back to the 20. The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. They trail offense first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards. Throwing, Hundley. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, 3rd down.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And, look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually, that becomes man-on-man, and you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
Don't get nervous.
Now Hundley looking long for Thomas. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Trevor Williams with a pick. He couldn't get the hook up there that time with Thomas.
I tell you, Brandon, it seems like this guy's been all over the field so far. That's his 2nd interception of the game. And so much of playing defense in the NFL, especially when it comes to defending the pass, is all about positioning and technique. And this is fantastic work on both fronts there.
It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
Third quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
At the 40-yard line.
The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4. This is Gordon as they go to him again. And he only manages a couple here down to about the 38-yard line.
Oh, yeah! Mike 51. Here we go, 46.
Play action now, Prescott. Open man, it's Allen. And they're able to get this one past the 30 down to the 25. That one good for 13 and a Charger first. If you're going to blitz, likely going to leave you in man coverage with this guy, and that is less than ideal.
It is, because just about any offense that has an elite receiver, if you blitz and have him in man coverage, you're going to him, even if he has an elite defender on him, because he usually knows where the ball is before the defender does.
23 yards on the pickup there and a first.
That was a heck of a sprint. Tried to get to the end zone, didn't quite get there, just short, out of bounds at the 2-yard line. I know the defense is relieved he didn't get to the end zone, and the guy who was carrying the ball a little frustrated.
And he will get in across the chalk for a Chargers touchdown. Melvin Gordon with touchdown number 12 on the year as his guys continue to put this one out of reach. Bailey got the extra point, and that will extend this big lead. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
The Saints take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. They've got to dig down deep. I mean, they need something right now, really anything to cling on to. This offense has struggled.
Partner, join me in a walk to their locker room at the half, okay? Because I think what we would have seen is an offensive coordinator and his assistant coaches getting together with all their positions, then coming together as a group, going over adjustments, and then the head coach coming in and just screaming, "Wake up.
Yeah.
Let's get moving, guys."
I'm kind of glad we weren't in there at halftime, actually.
I mean, you think you might have turned it on us, too?
Yeah, but right now, whatever was said hasn't been working. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. Give him 22 yards, and that's also where they snapped it from, the 22. Now this throw caught left side. And he'll be taken down deep into Charger territory. It's a big play there for the Saints. 43 yards. Back to throw here. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. Traquan Smith, the intended receiver. And it's 2nd down. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. That'll be complete to Cook. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up 3rd down. And they're left looking at 3rd and 8 after the 2nd down pass play only went for 2. And he's got it. Touchdown, Saints. Josh Reynolds, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Saints able to get this back to within at least some measure of respectability. Lutz good on the extra point. So they do get one score back, but still a long way to go here in the 3rd quarter. That's fielded in the end zone. They'll bring it back to just about the 25. Call it the 24-yard line. The Charger drive about to get going. This is sort of what you would call a put-away drive, isn't it? They score here, especially a touchdown. It's almost out of reach.
It certainly feels that way, and I think that they're going to call their plays accordingly, because what you really want to do, even though you know the scoreboard is still up there and the game's going to go on, you think you can take the spirit away from another team, that their drive and will to come back and win can be taken with another score right here.
It's still 3rd quarter, but you just get that feel.
Yeah, they're teetering right there on the brink, aren't they?
They'll keep it on the ground. Gordon. be taken down, but how about that play? It's a big one on the final act of the third quarter. So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. This will be caught just inside the 10. And he's in for a Charger touchdown. From 10 yards out as his guys continue to pour it on. Bailey now for the extra point. Now this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
The Saints take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
He'll air it out deep for Thomas. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down. Just nothing there again. He's been sacked multiple times. We've seen the interceptions, of course. He's really been through the ringer, hasn't he?
And what we've seen is a defense that's well coordinated. The front and the back really in sync. The front putting on the pressure, the backside being ball hawks and picking passes off.
And he will be marked down short of the first as they get to him at the 29. Their already slim hopes are going to ride on this one. They'll go on 4th down. And able to find Higbee. It's complete. And he's able to get it to the 33. Good enough for a 1st down. No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on 4th. Now a 1st down carry. It's Kamara. And they're able to swarm him behind the line, and his rough night continues. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice, solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
36. Pick the edge.
They run it for the first time with a backup Murray. And he'll go down right around the 47 this time. A gain of 5, good enough for the 1st down.
2nd and 1, and people want to run the football. This is where every back in the league is supposed to do exactly what we just saw there. Pick up the 1st down.
Now on 1st down, he'll drop to throw it. That's taken in, complete to Reynolds. It'll be a Saints 1st down on a gain of 16 yards. So from Charger territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 37-yard line. On the ground, this is Kamara. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8. Seems pretty obvious defensively a key was stopping the run game. How have they done it so successfully?
To me, it seems that these guys really did a nice job of paying attention during the scouting report meeting. And you know, Brandon, when they do those, they talk about the top plays that these guys like to run. The best runs for the top running back, those are the ones you focus on and want to take away. And they've done that pretty successfully in this game.
And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. So erase the flag. They decline it.
And did they use the big eraser, or was that the one at the end of the number 2 pencil?
Well, I was thinking the 2x2-inch ones that you can buy and use in addition to the pencil.
And those last forever.
A long time.
No doubt.
The Saints on 3rd down. They've struggled to the tune of 2 for 8 so far. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation. Here's Kamara trying to run for it. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. Call that a loss of 7 to bring up 4th. They'll look to throw. He's going to launch this thing way downfield. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. Well, you won't hear any boos from this home crowd on that call.
No, not at all, and it's been a long day for this crowd waiting for this game. It's been a long evening as well. Finally, they feel they got a call.
That's caught. It's Thomas. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. Michael Thomas, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Saints are able to eat in just a bit to this sizable deficit. Lutz with the extra point as they make the score just a slight bit more respectable here in the final quarter of play. Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll wind up getting an extra couple yards here for his trouble as he'll bring this one out to the 27. The Charger drive about to get going. And this game comfortably in hand. The scoreboard speaks for itself, but you still got your starting quarterback out there. When do you go to the backup, let him get some time?
And that's one of the great questions in the NFL, Brandon, because I'm just going to tell you, in the 2015 season, I commentated on 3 games in a row that were blowouts. And in none of them did the starting quarterback ever come out of the game for the team that had a big lead. And in each instance, I asked the coaches later on, why didn't you do that? And they all looked at me and said, just don't really do that in the NFL. These guys play, and we just play them all the way through. Now, in certain situations, they will take them out, but for the most part, they're not as worried and concerned about getting them out of the game. And that's always puzzled me a little bit.
They will get 4 yards here on the first down run, and that'll make it 2nd and 6. They give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
2nd and 6 at the 47-yard line.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. They'll keep it on the ground. It's Gordon, and he'll be brought down right at midfield after a gain of only a couple.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they want to put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
And they'll go jet sweep to try to pick it up. And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line. A 10-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Charger first down.
It's a gain of 10.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Charger football as we welcome you back from the 2-minute warning. And they have just about put this one on ice as they've got it here, 1st and 10. A little bit of daylight on that first down run sets him up nicely. 8 yards on the carry. A good run there on first down, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 2. They'll keep it on the ground. It's Gordon. And for one of the first times all night, he is going to go nowhere as they bury him behind the line. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up 3rd down.
Check. Kill.
The busy night continues for Gordon as he gets it here. And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. That'll bring up 4th. They had the 8-yard gain on first down, but unable to do much from there. On is the Chargers punter now, as he should be able to pin him back deep here with his first punt.
The Saints take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. They are just obviously getting shellacked here in this one, Charles. What's the message if you're a coach for this final drive in a while? Chargers able to get the pressure and bring him down. Melvin Ingram racking up sack number 12 for him on the year.
That right now, that's a defeated team out there. I think you can see it totally in their body language.
Hands on hips, heads low. It's just been a struggle from the start.
Yeah, this team has been thoroughly beaten right from the word go.
A big offensive explosion helped leading them to victory. And the defensive guys, they're just saying, hey, put those points up every week. We'll just keep winning.
They will gratefully accept them, won't they? It makes their job that much easier when they're scoring that many points. Allows them to play with a totally different style and a different flow.
So for our visitors, the train just keeps rolling. 9-0 now to start this campaign.